Let's try this again. Good afternoon, 8th period.
Good afternoon.
Good morning. I know it's the end of the day. I know you guys are tired. Thank you guys so much for being alive and working with me. Let's get these notes out of the way and done. Please make sure that you're writing down the objective, which is up here at the very top. Make sure that you have that written down as well. While you guys are finishing this up, finishing right up the objective, let's get into the prep work. We're going to continue on from yesterday. And yesterday, we were talking about a transversal. Some line that intersects, that traverses two other lines. And yesterday when we were discussing it, these lines didn't have to be anything special. They could be all over the place, okay? They could intersect, they didn't have to be parallel. When a transversal is intersecting two other lines, regardless of how those two other lines look, as long as they're straight lines, you end up creating 5 special pairs of angles. Okay? I'm going to give you the names of all 5 of those. You'll be able to see more in the 3.1 video. And if you weren't here yesterday, and I know that a few of you were out yesterday, go to my YouTube channel for yesterday's video. Okay? I want to talk about today what happens when those lines the transversal are intersecting are suddenly parallel. So I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to draw some parallel lines. And I'm just going to use the outside edge of my ruler. And I'm going to put in a transversal. There it is. These are nice big parallel lines. Look at that. Okay? So we've got I'm going to make it clear that they're parallel. I'm going to put the little symbol we put on diagrams and drawings. That double arrow says that those lines are parallel to each other. When you have a transversal and it is intersecting parallel lines, you end up with your 5 angle pairs being able to be sorted into 2 different categories. 3 of them end up being congruent. What did congruent mean again? Same size, same shape, which means their measures are? Equal. Thank you. So these 3 angle pairs are going to have equal measures. And then you have these other 2 here that are supplementary, which means that their measures add up to? Give me more. 180. And 80. Oh, so you said, I'm sorry, I didn't hear the last part. My apologies. I'm going to give you the names of these angle pairs. Put it away for now. Put it away for now. Thank you. I'm going to give you the names of these angle pairs. And then we're going to use these little red dots. Bless you, bless you, bless you. And I'm going to move them around to show them to you. Okay? And then I will show you each individual so that you can take a moment and you can sketch them over here on the left-hand side. Okay? All right, so the first name of congruent angles when you have this set up with perpendicular line or parallel lines, excuse me, are corresponding angles. The next ones that are congruent are the alternate interior angles. The next ones that are congruent are the alternate exterior angles. Of the 5, I think I see some people squinting a little bit toward the back, so let me zoom it in a little bit. There you go. Of the 5 angle pairs that are created, the following 2 are supplementary. Same side, interior, okay. For some reason it didn't feel like I was spelling it right. And then same side, exterior. Totally misspelled angles. Sorry. Okay. Needs white paper to draw on. Okay, so with my red dots, I'm going to start at the bottom and I'm going to work my way up. So same side means on the same side of the transversal. Since this is the transversal, I want both of the angles to be on the same side of it, either on this, the right side, or on the left side. It doesn't matter which side. Exterior means they need to be on the outside of the lines the transversal is crossing. So one angle here and one out here. That is what they look like to be same side exterior. Please take a moment right now and sketch this, maybe off here to the right next to same side exterior, or over here to the left. This is what it looks like to be same side exterior. Please take a moment right now to sketch that or somehow indicate it on your drawing. You can either redraw this.
This what is it, exterior?
Exterior, yes. This is the outside. So where do you think the same side interior are going to be?
Inside.
Inside, she says. Ladies. On the inside. So I'm going to take my red dots and I'm going to squish them into the inside. That's what it's going to look like for same side interior. Take a moment right now and either on your left-hand side, your left-hand margin, or in your right-hand margin, indicate for yourself what it looks like to be same side interior. Do so now. It's a little loud. Can you turn it down, please? Perfect. Thank you. Wait, I still hear it. There. I hear it. Down, down, down. Right there. It's gone from here. Thank you. All right. Let's look at the next one up. Alternate. Alternate. Where same side, they had to be on the same side. Alternate means they need to be on different sides. And exterior means they have to be on the outside. So this is what alternate exterior angles are going to look like. So take a moment to either redraw this picture real quick for yourself, or somehow indicate, maybe in a different colored pen or with a highlighter or something, what the alternate exterior angles look like. Which ones?
They're on the same side.
Same side? Were they on the outside of these lines or the inside of these lines? Then it was the same side exterior. The name totally tells you where they belong. Yeah. All right, so where do you think the alternate interior are going to be? On the same side of the transversal or each one on a different side? What do you think? Each one on a different side. Alternate interior, are they going to be on the outside of the lines or on the inside of the lines? On the inside. So then this is going to look like that. Please take a moment to jot this down for yourself, what alternate interior angles look like. Okay? Take 10 more seconds. It's okay. Are they on the same side of the transversal or on different sides? Then it's one of the alternates. Are they inside the lines or outside the lines? Then they're alternate interior. Okay. Now, the objective at the top of the page didn't just say, yay, we can identify them. But it said we're going to use this idea that some are congruent and some are supplementary in order to solve for unknowns, for angles that we don't know the measures of. So that's what we need to do. I'm going to write the directions much like you would see them in your blue book, on the worksheets, or on our CBAs, okay? And I'm not going to say it. Shh, ladies, phone away, thank you. Thank you. Phones away for a moment, please. Thank you. I'll wait. Thank you. I'm going to write these directions much like you would see them in your blue book, and I'm not going to say them as I write it, okay? So just write with me, and it's going to sound really silent, okay? So we shouldn't hear anything. Here we go.
Can you write that down?
Yes, please. Now, if you're looking at those directions, there may be a word or a symbol there you don't understand.
Everything.
Okay. I want you to be real specific with yourself on what part of the directions don't make any sense to you. And then grab a different colored pen or writing utensil, please, and underline or circle or use a highlighter the items that don't make sense. And then with the same color, I want you to come over here and I want you to put a question mark, and I want you to write down the item that didn't make sense. And I heard from the back that it was this M line N thing.
It looks like N parallels N.
Okay.
Is that a 7 or?
It should look like a V.
All right. Does everyone have their question written? Everyone have their question written down? All right. I'm going to read the directions, and I'd like you to follow the bouncing pen. So I'm going to put the pen underneath each thing as I read what the symbol means. And the moment I answer your question, I want you to come over here and I want you to write down in your words or with a picture what it is that made you go, oh, I know what that means now. Okay? All right, here we go. Given M is parallel to N with transversal T, find the measure of angle 7. I'm going to read it one more time. Yes.
I need Pedro Melchor to report to the Go Center, please.
Thank you. Go ahead and take your things just in case. Okay. We got about 20 minutes. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we only have about 20 minutes left. And I've got like maybe 10 minutes of presentation. Okay. I'm going to read it again. And again, watch for when I say what a figure, a symbol means. And if that answers your question, you have to answer your question over here. Ready? Here we go. Given line M is parallel to line N with transversal line T, find the measure of angle 7. If that helped and you have answered all of your questions, give me a thumbs up. If you still have a question written, I want a thumbs down. Go. Thank you, 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 thank you. Awesome. Thank you very much. Now let's draw the picture because these directions are not complete without the picture. Okay, so here I go. I'm going to draw my picture. All right, and that's all that's given to us. I'm going to zoom it in here. So we're faced with this in our Blue Book worksheets or in a CBA later on covering this stuff or a quiz or something. Yes, sir.
How'd you get 5x?
It's part of the information that's given.
Oh.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm providing this little information right there. And this is all the information that's given, and you got to figure out the measure angle 7 with just that.
Can tell you?
All right, so we got to figure this out. All right, we got to figure this out. What do we know about the relationship to 7 of the angles that are near it?
They're transversal.
There's a transversal. Which one is the transversal? T. Just one. So T is our transversal. We'll go ahead and highlight our transversal, so that way it's easy for us to look at. And we know that these are parallel. Do you see angle 7 being in a relationship? One of the angle pairs that we just talked about with any of the other angles that we have information about? Which one? N and T, those are the lines that are parallel. 5 and 6. What's the relationship of 5 and 6? I like that you were looking at 5 and 6.
They're right angles.
5x?
5x? This one? So you're looking at this angle up here?
Yeah.
What's the relationship of this angle here, angle 2, with angle 7?
They're opposite.
They're opposite side. They're alternate. Are they interior or exterior?
Exterior.
Are they inside the parallel lines or outside? Exterior. They're outside. Alternate exterior angles. Congruent or supplementary? Congruent. What does congruent mean again? Same size, same shape, which means their measures are equal. All right, so this one is the same as this one. That's great, but I still don't know what that angle is, because I don't know what x is.
So we have to make another problem?
Nope. What's the relationship between this one and this one?
They're both up to there.
They're both obtuse. But what was the relationship? Find your drawings. They're corresponding, and corresponding angles are congruent or supplementary? Congruent, which means their measures are equal, which means this measure is equal to this measure. But you just told me that this measure was equal to this measure,
They're all
so they're all congruent. So if I can use this and write an equation that'll help me solve for x, I can get my answer. So these measures are equal. I'm going to write that. This measure is equal to this measure. And because we are in geometry now, instead of just straight up algebra, we need to write our reason. Our reason is that angle 2 and angle 6 are corresponding angles. And now it's to algebra. I need to solve it for x, but I've got x on either side of the equal sign. What do I need to do? Subtract 5x from both sides? Can totally do that. Some of you want to subtract 2x from both sides. You can totally do that too. We're going to go with what our gentleman here in the middle had said. So 5x on both sides. There it is. And now what? Divide. Why are you dividing? We're trying to get the x by itself, and what's the operation between x and the negative 3? Multiplication, and to undo multiplication you use division, so that's why you're dividing. There we go. I need to make my reason bar a little bit longer. And x equals 2. Make sure you're filling out your reasons. Okay, I didn't do those for you. Yes, of course. Take the pass. I'm done! I found x! Did I answer the question?
Yeah.
What was the original question?
Given M line parallel N with transversal T, find M angle 7.
Measure of angle 7.
Okay.
Okay. So we were trying to find the measure of angle 7. Have we done it?
Yes. No.
No, we just found the measure of x.
Oh.
But what was the measure of angle 7?
5 times 2 minus 6.
The same as angle 2. So the same as this?
Yes. It was all
Which was the same as this? So you get to pick which one of these two do you want to use?
2x.
The 2x?
Yeah.
Okay, because it seems easier, right? Okay. So the measure of angle 7 equals to 2x, which equals to 2 times 2, which equals to 4 degrees.
That's a small part.
It's a tiny little angle. Is this hurting your head a little bit?
Yes.
Because the angle 7 is drawn like this really big fat obtuse angle, right? And it's hurting your brain? And you're like, I have to be wrong, right? You're screaming to yourself, oh my God, I'm wrong. Are you doing that right now? A little bit? Yeah?
I can see it. Nice.
You can see what?
Nice. You know, like the on TV. It's on the board.
Oh, yeah. You're not wrong. Let's trace back our steps. You said that the measure of angle 7 was the same as angle 2 because they were alternate exterior. You're right. And you said that the measure of angle 2 was the same as the measure of angle 6 because they were corresponding. You're right. Which means 6 and 7 have to be equal. You solved all this for x beautifully. You told me exactly how to do it. Your additions and your subtractions and your divisions are all correct. You have the right answer. It just looks weird. And it's probably because I copied this drawing from a very famous Italian map maker. Yes.
Noto.
His name is Noto Scali, which if you read it in English says,
Not to scale.
yeah,
I thought that was an H.
He's wrong.
it's two T's.
So I couldn't write it.
Sorry, they're two H's.
Not those guys.
So the whole moral of that little story is
We were wrong. in the beginning.
don't trust what the diagram looks like. Trust what the diagram is labeled like. This diagram is labeled this way, so this 7 has to be 4 degrees, even if it doesn't look like it. Even if you grab a protractor and measure it and it's not 4 degrees, it has to be, because that's what it's labeled as. Okay? All right. Any questions on how you would use the same sort of idea if you were given different information in here, different configuration, you could still figure it out? Yes?
Yes.
Awesome. You guys did amazing today. Thank you.